Hey, recording this video after close trade Wednesday, 2nd of October 2013. You've not heard from me in a couple of days. That's because we were out of town up in Bordeaux. But got back today, missed the first 20 minutes of trade, but that was okay. It was actually a good day's trading today, so I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'll rip through some charts. About 1.3 million contracts traded today. We're still coming down resistance to support, and we've still got a little bit of time to run. I know these last 2 days look a little bit strongish, but I think there's some weakness in there. I'll show you what I'm seeing. But just a little reminder, here's the euro. Bang, closed up through 135. We're above resistance here. I've been talking about this one, kind of setting up for this kind of run to the upside. It's unexpected. There are problems all over Europe, but the euro is doing better than the dollar index. So here's the dollar index, kind of the reverse, and we're falling through support here. So on these daily time frames, we're falling into trend moves. So kind of watch out. So I want to just recap. Sunday I put out this video just talking about this pattern on the 45-minute chart that you can see also on the 40,500 tip bar chart. I was talking about this straight line that you see in bullish divergence. So you get the exhaustion selling signal, first bullish divergence, and then a whole series of bullish divergence, right? Getting closer and closer to the zero line, and they're almost like a straight line. Normally what happens is you get a crash down like this, but what we've had is a forcing up of the market into an exhaustion pattern, and we've had first bearish divergence here. And I'm still expecting that kind of crack down. This for me yesterday wasn't big enough. That didn't kind of do it. I'm looking for something that's like another exhaustion or a flush pattern, something like that. Each of today and yesterday was quite similar in terms of they forced it up at the end of the day. But let me just show you what I'm seeing on my charts. Again, just looking at that 40,500 tip bar chart, same pattern, exhaustion, bullish divergence, straight line, same thing, exhaustion pattern kind of going on here. But for me, the most important thing was just looking at the last few days in terms of blue professional bars. You could see it, they forced it up, they held it beginning of yesterday, Tuesday, blue professional bars kind of come in there at the lows and then force it up, and then we had this total ramp in the last 20 minutes of the day. Look at this whole series of blue professional bars, bang, 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 all the way up, up to 90s. I mean, I thought they would close the gap at 1680, but to force it up into the 90s was damn good going. So that's what they did, and you can see exhaustion patterns, blue professional bars. So today, similar. So as a result of that, those are all the professionals kind of getting short into that rising market, and then we had a collapse overnight. I think the Japanese market was really weak, and everything kind of fell off. And it's difficult after we get so much activity overnight because the market is just catching up. During the day session, we had very little activity until we had this kind of lurch down into the 70s again. Here's the blue professional bars kind of come back in, and they forced it back into the close. Same deal. Look at all these blue professional bars at the end of the day kind of coming in. So I see that, and I'm like looking back over the last showed you previous days where all the blue professional bars were coming in at the highs. So I still think we've got a little bit of time to run on the downside. So let's see. We'll wait and see what kind of happens. It was good trading. We had a beautiful bot signal right close to the lows, kind of here. The best signals of the day coming off the 1500 tip bar chart. So like I said, this is the overnight session here, the beginning of the overnight session with all of those blue professional bars leading into that high up in the 90s. We sell off overnight, and the market finds that we don't have any big nice kind of trending moves to kind of jump on board. But this is not over until we see exhaustion selling on the 1500 tip bar chart, and there it comes in. So it's short 78 on this test back up. So we know the market's weak. We've not seen our exhaustion selling to end this down move, so we're waiting for that. So we have a blue professional bar up at the highs here, another one at the lows here, so we're stuck in this little bit of a channel, and then we get this little testing up sequence here where the amateur up bars go to try and test the highs, can't get anywhere, we break down through that. So I short 78, took out 4 points on the way down here. I was trying to squeak out 5, but missed my target, changed my target, the usual kind of shenanigans, and then just got out with 4 on the way down here. And the reason to get out, pro signal exit, exhaustion selling down here, big reading, all the blue professional bars kind of come in. And on, although it wasn't a pullback to end of trend sequence on the 1500 tip bar chart, it was a beautiful end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart here, pullback to end of trend. There we go with that exhaustion selling all the blue professional bars, syncing up with a cyclical support on the 4500 tip bar chart. So sometimes the trend moves are working in the lower time frames, between support and resistance on the 4500 tick bar chart, and you can see the pullback to end of trend signals on the 500 tick bar chart. Sometimes they're working in the higher time frames where they're all playing off the 1500 tick bar chart to the 13,500. Anyway, if you want to reference some of the information on that, just look for the cycles and trends video on the site. So there we go. That was a nice kind of short trade before. And then, so once we put in that pattern, exhaustion selling first bullish divergence kind of comes in. We're waiting for a testing kind of sequence here, and there we go, an amateur bar down, testing into those lows, catches. You can see we kind of break the highs of that straight away. Bullish divergence comes in, we're ready to go to break to the upside, so as long as 75 and a quarter, and just took out 3 points as we kind of moved into this trend move here. We broke above resistance initially, we kind of came back, and blue professional down bar catches there, the lows of that blue professional bar hold, and we kind of race away to the upside. And in terms of where this ran, yeah, it did go pullback to end of trend, but no exhaustion buying. Everything needs to kind of come together, and we didn't get the exhaustion buying until the end of the day. A little bit ugly in terms of pullback to dirty end of trend, but there are all the blue professional bars. Big reading on better momentum, exhaustion buying, and so on. So we could have a little bit of follow through tomorrow morning, but I just think there's kind of weakness in this, and I think these kind of pushes back up on these time frames that you see, kind of pushing back into these this 1690 and now the 1680 level here. I just think they're fraught with kind of selling coming in at that point. I don't think we've seen the exhaustion selling on the downside on the 45-minute chart or the 40,500 tip bar chart. I think we've got to see that kind of going forward. So that's what I'm looking for on my charts. I'll tag on those day trades. Quite nice. Hope your trading is going well, and looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, just got short 78 even. Short 78 even. Didn't have my sound switched on, so just recording this again. The reason for getting short, we've just had these amateur up bars on 1500 tip bar chart. We had 2 amateur up bars here, kind of coming down, blue professional bars breaking the lows of that. So we've had this big kind of waterfall decline overnight after all these blue professional bars. Bearish divergence comes in, bang. It's not done on the downside. We're sitting in this channel, blue professional bar to blue professional bar, the highs and lows kind of 76 to 80. And so we're waiting to break out of that. This is pretty big reading on the way down in terms of exhaustion selling, but didn't end up, it was about 8,000, didn't end up being an exhaustion selling signal, and we didn't have blue professional bars kind of come in there. So we were just trying to break up through here. It's failed. We're now coming down through these blue professional bars through support on the 500 tip bar chart. So let's break out of this channel at around 76 or so, and then see where it goes. So short 78 even. Right, there we go. Just collapsed through a whole bunch of blue professional bars kind of come in. Target's at 74. Yeah, let's stretch that out at 73. And see if we get a little bit of runner. Okay, blue professional bar coming. Whoa, here we go. So that's all falling out of this channel. 74, 75s. And there we go, exhaustion, selling blue professional bars, about 8,000 on that reading. So we've got cyclical support due at some point, a whole bunch of blue professional bars. But we've got to see them pull back to end of trend, 500. So let's see if we get pushed out at 73. Okay, I'm still hoping for that 73, but here you go. Bot signals, 2 of them, bang bang, just go off there. And there's big readings. It's got to be bullish divergence before it turns around. We've got to have a cyclical support in here, so I needed just to turn around. We got close. We got to 3.5. Come on, don't bounce back. Come on, come back through the lows of that blue professional bar. Finish this off with a pullback to end of trend. So again, squeezing my target out and like thinking I wish at 74 I'd just been knocked out, but let's hope. Come on, come back down, test the lows. Move my target to 74 even, just having to get pushed out on this kind of pullback to end of trend. We've got cyclical support in the bullish divergence, all these blue professional bars, so I just need another little push down through 74. just taken out. 74 even, just for 4. Excellent. And the reason why it came out there, just exhaustion, selling, pro signal exits, cyclical supports here, a whole bunch of blue professional bars. Maybe I shouldn't have moved my target in the first place, just got taken out and got these bot signals in there. Should go back to test with a pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart. This will wrap around, not quite yet, but we'll see. Let's see if there's a re-entry point and if this is a, the end of this down move or not. Anyway, good. Just got long 75 and a quarter, long 75.25. Let's check my stops and targets. And looks like we've found our little reversal. Amateur up bar. 1500 tip bar charts. Big sell off into 73s. Exhaustion selling, bullish divergence comes in. First bullish divergence. Come down, a little test down. Amateur down bar down here, testing into 73. And Rambo patterns, 500. Support holds, come back up to the top of that channel. Amateur up bar on 4500. It's a little bit weak. That was a push down into that. Let's just see. Need to break above 76, and all of a sudden, when it does that, it's okay. I'm at a down bar. That should signal that we're a ways for a reversal. So we've got, support in. This resistance is kind of key, just up here. So come on, let's break above 75s. Here we go. Just busted above resistance on the 500 tip bar chart at an uptrend, coming up to the previous high now. So busting above, okay. Resistance on 1500, so that hopefully is going to jump in the creek on the 1500 tip bar chart. That's as much as a test down as we got into an uptrend here, so hopefully this will run to an exhaustion pattern. So I had a good day so far. I'm just going to pull in my target to, I'm just going to pull it into 78.25, see what happens next. And if we get a blow-off move, just where this broke down, what was the low of that blue, that yellow bar, 77.50. Yeah, it's going to be an area of resistance. So let's just see. Okay, just settling down a little bit. We've come down into blue professional bars here and here. That could be good if we continue to break above it. That'll show that they just picked up that little spike down. Resistance becomes support. So we need to break back up into the 77 would be good, and then that's away. We're away into pullback to end of trend on 500, and above here into a trend move, and that will be the biggest kind of pullback that we had before this thing kind of got going. So come on, just punch back up. It's just a little bit of uncertainty at the moment. Here we go, breaking up through 77. So hanging around 76s. Finally we got the break, so I'm looking for 8.25, 78.25. Come on with a blow-off move. Oh, just taken out 78.25 for another 3. Excellent day. 2 trades, 7 points. And good to be getting out there because exhaustion buying 500, 7,000, ooh, 10,000 on better momentum on 1500 tip bar chart, blue professional bar. Could well be a pro signal exit. So I know this has got a big pullback to end of trend on the 500 and sink you up and so on, but nice one. So a nice reversal trade, bouncing off that amateur down bar after we've had our testing, and bang, heads up. Alright, done. 9:57 AM.